Welcome to my favorite murder, the mini-sode.
This is the mini thing where we read you your shit.
And you like it. Should we just jump in?
Let's do it.
The subject line of this email is sitting in a hot tub with a dead body.
Perfect.
Hello, Karen and Georgia. When I moved out for college, I moved to a large apartment complex in Lake Oswego, Oregon. It was very bougie and had a tennis court, gym, pool, and a hot tub that was open 24 hours.
Whoa.
One morning, I came home around 8 a.m. from my friend's house to about 20 cop cars at the main building of the complex. It was a very sleepy area, so this seemed very out of the ordinary. I pulled into my parking spot and walk up to my apartment, and across the breezeway at my neighbor's apartment, there were about 15 cops going in and out. One of the officers stopped me and asked if I'd seen or heard anything, and I told him that I wasn't home last night. Cut to the next day, I see on the news that someone had drowned in the hot tub the night before. My neighbor was in the hot tub with a friend of his after a night of heavy drinking. They got into an argument, I believe it was over a girl, which turns into a fist fight. My neighbor gets beat up pretty bad and goes underwater, struggling to keep his head up.
Oh my God.
His friend sits there next to him and watches him drown and doesn't do anything.
Oh my God.
He then proceeds to sit in the hot tub for another 10 minutes before pulling my neighbor's body out of the tub. He calls the police and says that he fell asleep in the hot tub and woke up to my neighbor dead in the hot tub. What he doesn't realize is that the whole thing was caught on tape. I couldn't believe something like this happened to the guy across the hall that I would wave to every day when we crossed paths. The worst thing is, the next week, the pool house was reopened, and when I walked by to get my mail, I noticed a group of kids playing in the exact same hot tub he died in.
No.
Thanks for reading. I love listening to the podcast. It makes pushing paper all day way more enjoyable. Stay sexy and don't get into hot tubs. They are already dirty enough, and you never know if someone's died in it.
No.
Kenny.
That's the saddest story. What a fucking, horrific way to die. Not even, for his family to be like, this is what happened. It's just, inhumane and fucking horrible.
Well, yeah, and the idea that in this day and age, I mean, I don't know how long ago this happened, but it's you have to assume you're on tape everywhere you go in public. You have to. Yeah. It's just how it actually is. But thank God.
Do good things pretending you're not on camera. Don't just do... What the fuck? Oh, that one's going to stick with me, especially because I love the hot tub.
You sure do love a hot tub.
I fucking love a hot tub.
Well, then just be very selective with who you get into it with.
Okay.
It's just you and that cat.
Gus the jacuzzi cat. Is that who you speak of? Okay.
It is.
This one's called SMU, home of the murder pony.
And the sea snakes.
Exactly. Karen, Georgia, and new hair Steven.
Summer hair Steven.
As a recent graduate of Southern Methodist University, I am obligated to tell you that our mascot is not the herky sea snakes, but the Mustangs, which is important because we are represented by Peruna the pony, the only mascot to ever murder another mascot.
Oh, no.
During a game against the Fordham Rams, the ram in question got too close to our pony, so close that it scared Peruna, and he murdered the ram with one kick. The murder made Peruna legendary and has united the student body of SMU ever since. On one Friday afternoon, every spring semester, we celebrate Peruna's birthday with Peruna Palooza, the largest party of the year that happens outside on the school lawn with a shit ton of blow-up obstacle courses, mass amounts of junk food, and Peruna himself. Peruna has special handlers and is available at his birthday party to take pictures with. I wouldn't get too fucking close to that. Our campus often feels divided by frat stars and art trash, and then it says guilty.
But frat stars.
But every year we come together as one glorious spring on a glorious spring afternoon to party hard and worship our deadly pony. Thanks you guys for the podcast and all the good that has come from it. Y'all have a large group of SMU murderinos cheering you on.
Wow.
SSDGM and all hail Peruna, Dakota.
Whoa.
That's so random.
That's also so much great information.
It is.
What if a frat star fell in love with art trash at the Peruna Palooza?
Could they make it?
I mean, if they drink enough together, if they both drink as much, I feel like a frat star would really, he would not be able to not fall in love with it with art trash because he's not supposed to. It's forbidden.
And that we're like quirky and fun. Right. I'm saying that as if I have any talent in art, but I'd be an art trash.
You can draw.
Thank you. No, I can't.
I've never seen you try to do it. I just want to be
What if
supportive.
I was like, my secret?
But I mean, like, we can be art trash as like, like fake bands.
Hip, cool.
We were in theater, but then we quit it because we were too cool.
Oh.
That kind of move.
Sure. All right.
I'm just saying, let's write a rom-com.
Okay. Oh my God. Yes.
All right. Subject line, lighthearted immigrant story. My grandfather had my grandmother declared dead. Dearest Karen, Georgia, Stephen, and pets. My family immigrated from Cuba in the late 60s, and over the years, little tidbits of information was leaked by my grandmother about the very strange way that they were able to escape Castro's communist regime. When my grandmother decided to move next door to her sisters and sell my childhood home, she finally decided to tell me all the family secrets. Ooh, girl. Growing up in Cuba, my grandmother's parents had 9 kids and a sugarcane farm. According to my grandmother, she was chosen as the prettiest, so she was forced to move to Havana to go to nursing school.
What?
Apparently, by being the prettiest, she had the most hope of meeting a rich doctor to marry, so of course
my God.
she would go to nursing school. Amazing. This was being a lady back then.
Yeah.
After she graduated, she immediately started schmoozing the available doctors on her floor until she found my grandfather.
Oh my God.
My grandfather was known throughout the hospital as a player and had a gaggle of women after him. My grandmother wasn't having that, so she stole some blood from the hospital and poured it on one of the women's cars with a note that said, "I know where you live," to get her to back off.
God, what is happening?
As a 30-year-old, I am still very afraid of her.
Jesus.
As my grandmother, sorry. That's amazing. I mean, she must have really loved him.
Yeah. Is that the word we're using?
That's love. Yeah, that's what love is. As my grandmother is telling me all this, she starts to pull out a tiny photo album that she kept hidden in the cut out pages of her Bible.
Sounds chill.
This woman is incredible.
She's a nightmare.
There's the usual family photos of my dad and his sister that are 10 months apart, and then a random photo of my grandfather at a bar with some friends. One of the friends is really familiar. It's motherfucking Fidel Castro.
What the fuck?
Apparently my grandfather and he were old college buddies.
What?
I asked my grandmother about it, and apparently my grandfather was his preferred anesthesiologist whenever he needed anything done. And he got one of my grandmother's sisters hired on as one of his personal seamstresses.
Great.
All caps, what the fuck. So when shit started to hit the fan, my grandfather started a backup plan to get the fuck out of Cuba. Yes, that's right. He used his relationship with Castro to send my grandmother and 3 kids to Costa Rica on quote unquote vacation, then had them all declared dead since he was a doctor.
Oh my God.
Once my grandmother got to the States, she worked at a deli and put herself through nursing school again to put food on the table for 3 little kids. 5 years later, my grandfather was rescued from Cuba on one of the Freedom flights to Miami. He put himself through medical school a second time.
Jesus.
That's what fucking immigrants have to do when they come to America. It's a full on, like, he's a neurosurgeon in Cuba, and he has to come here and go to medical school.
How many taxi drivers have you fucking talked to that are like, yeah, I used to fucking be a doctor or like a pediatrician in fucking India.
Or like, I'm a diplomat.
Right.
Yeah, it's insane. Okay. He became a well-respected doctor that saved countless lives as a cardiologist. Amazing. I just wanted to share a story about immigrants where we're the good guys. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of them. Thank you all for normalizing mental health talk. Stay sexy, and when in doubt, declare your family dead to escape a communist regime. Ash.
Oh my God.
That's so good. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, here's the thing. You like a guy, there's a gaggle of women after him. You got to up your game.
I thought you were going to talk about how immigrants are like, no, it's fucking throw stolen hospital blood on a fucking car.
Just, here's what I'm saying. Get some skin in the game. If you really care about someone, throw blood around. Like, prove it. Prove you care more than those other women.
That's right.
You'll land your man.
That's right. She did.
She did it.
Good for her.
She did it the best.
Okay.
With America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh, you'll get easy, seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. All you have to do is cook and enjoy. HelloFresh makes cooking delicious meals at home a reality. From step-by-step recipes to pre-measured ingredients, you'll have everything you need to get a wow-worthy dinner on the table in about 30 minutes. Say goodbye to endless grocery store trips and takeout. HelloFresh has you covered. There's something for everyone, from family recipes to calorie smart and vegetarian, and fun menu series like Hall of Fame and craft burgers. HelloFresh has more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit, so you'll know you're getting something incredible. HelloFresh is flexible and it fits your lifestyle. Easily change your delivery days, food preferences, and skip a week whenever you need. Break out of your dinner rut and make deliciousness part of every week with HelloFresh. I love that even though HelloFresh is super easy and they make it really basic and like straightforward, you still feel like you're cooking this like incredible home cooked dinner. And that makes me feel good about myself. And that instead of just ordering takeout, I'm actually making something and preparing something at home. And that just, it feels good. So for $80 off your first month of HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com/murder80 and enter murder80. It's like receiving 8 meals for free only at HelloFresh.com/murder80, promo code murder80. Go buy.
Here, I just have one more.
Okay.
Okay, this one's called MFM Helped the Chimpanzees I Work With.
Oh.
Hi, guys. I'm a caregiver and photographer at a sanctuary for chimpanzees retired from research. Literally the best job on the planet. I'm also a member of an MFM spin-off Facebook group called Furterinos. Love it. I like to share stories and photos there about the group of chimps I work with. I recently posted that one of the female chimps I work with, her name is LB, had worn out her favorite toy, a cheap stuffed gorilla from the dollar store.
Aww.
It's her favorite.
A little gorilla.
It's the only toy she likes, and she carried it around until it fell apart. She eats with it, sleeps with it, and roams all over the outdoor habitat with it. She got it, man. Unfortunately, it was only sold during Valentine's Day, so I turned to the Furterino group and asked if they could possibly help me locate more of these. Amazingly, within the day, someone tracked down a person who had 3 cases of these exact gorilla toys, 72 altogether. And several other Furterinos found individual ones for sale here and there and bought them for LB. She was so happy to get her new toys, and now she has an endless supply to replace the ones that get worn out. When she saw me walk in with a new one, she immediately ran to grab it and hasn't put it down since. I just wanted you guys to know what a positive community the MFM fans are, although I'm sure you already do. This isn't the first time they've donated to my chimp friends, and they're all so generous. I'm attaching some photos of LB with her brand new toy. If you guys are ever in Atlanta or Chattanooga, you'll be driving distance to the sanctuary. We're not open to the public, but I'd be happy to give you a private tour so you can see firsthand how far your reach extends. No. Thanks for helping spread so much positivity, Crystal. Oh my God. Steven has a picture.
Oh my God,
my God.
That face.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
We'll put it up on our Instagram account.
Look at that baby LB.
Oh, she's gorgeous. Look at them nips, man.
Stop
it.
So sweet.
She is so cute.
Wow.
Oh, she's just sitting there eating and holding her toy. We'll put it on the My Favorite Murder Instagram account. Wow, thanks, Crystal, for sending that and sharing it, and all the Furterinos out there.
All right, here's the last one. The subject line is, my mom invited thieves into our home. And then parentheses, and almost a kidnapping. Hey guys, when I was 10 years old, my mom, a very naive lady, befriended a couple at our local grocery store. I remember them talking to each other for a while, and they seemed like really nice people. It was a man and a woman in their 40s, so of course they seemed like a trustworthy couple to my hilarious mom. They somehow convinced my mom to let them come to our apartment, and I remember that they were in our apartment with us for about an hour. These people then managed to convince my mom that they will replace all the electronics in our apartment with newer, better quality ones. And so they proceed to fill up their van with all of our stuff.
What the fuck, Mom?
I totally remember being very concerned about what was going on and turning to my mom like, what are you doing? Of course, me being 10, I assumed she knew better than me, so I let it go. As these people were leaving, the woman turns to my mom and says, let us take the baby. We promise we'll bring him back with the rest of the stuff. She was talking about about my baby brother. And I kid you not, my mom stood there and thought about it while I yelled no.
Oh my God.
The woman creepily chuckles and my mom awkwardly declines. Thank goodness she did, because of course these people never came back with any quote unquote newer electronics, and we were left without any devices and no more trust in my mom. I have no idea if anything ever happened to these people. I'm honestly incredibly surprised we survived until our adult years. Stay sexy and don't be fooled into giving up your stuff or your kid, Maribel.
Oh my God, that is an amazing story.
Oh.
Like, can you imagine if you're that mom? Like, I would bring that up every fucking holiday. Hey, Mom.
If you're that 10-year-old, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember that time, Mom?
From that day on, Maribel, as the 10-year-old, was in charge of that family.
Maribel, the 10-year-old, was scared of her mom's decision-making skills and never felt safe.
Maribel, the 10-year-old, had to do all the decision-making from that moment on. Horrifying.
That's hilarious.
She had to scream no when they were like, and we'll take the baby. We met you an hour ago.
Baby.
Oh, man.
You guys, don't trust anyone,
You know what it
especially
is,
not your own mother.
It is that thing, though, of it's like a middle-aged couple.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm sure, I don't know how long ago it was, but it's like for so long, people were just like, if it's a man and a woman, nothing bad can happen.
And it's like, why wouldn't I trust like them? Who would do such a thing?
Yeah.
I can't imagine it would take. It's a pretty good scam, though.
Well, also, how ballsy. They're like, oh, we just took everything from her. We might as well try to grab that baby.
Yeah. I mean, they were not going to keep that baby. They were going to sell that thing along with all this fucking electronics, and you know it.
That baby would have been up on the wall at Best Buy. Fucking 42-inch baby.
This baby, it fell off a truck.
This baby's a 3D, HD, and shitting.
Send us your stories. Like all of them, please.
They're all so good.
They're the best.
And stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, you want a cookie? Good boy.